Hi everyone, welcome to Apex Labs. In this session, we would discuss about operating hours. What are they? So, operating hours are a very important aspect in field service of Salesforce, which helps us to identify in which time zone or in which time slots will the service resources will be available to work. So, let's try to understand the configuration of it. So once the field service managed package is being installed in Salesforce org, you will get an object with the name operating hours. So here is the operating hours, and I have just created a dummy operating hour with IST, that is for Indian Standard Time, and I have you can see the name I have given as IST, and the time zone I have selected is Indian Standard Time. From here you can select any time zone which you wish. So uh, for testing purpose I have selected Indian Standard Time. Now if we go to the related list, we can see the time slots, that is for what duration will be any territory or a service resource be operational. So for example, as of now I have marked Monday and Tuesday. The start time is at 9 a.m. and the end time is at 6 p.m. So you can configure the time slots in which the territory or the service resources would be operational in the operating hours. Now, once the operating hours have been configured, we can link this operating hour to a territory. So let me show you how I have done that. So we will go to service territories, and then I have just created a service territory with name Delhi, and I have also linked an operating hour to this particular territory. So here you can see that there is a field on service territory with name operating hours, and I have defined it as IST here. So it is a lookup field where we can define what would be the operating hours. So since in the system I just have one operating hour as of now, so I have put that value here and then I have saved it. So this is the operating hour which is tagged to our territory. Now let's go to any work order. So for example, this is a sample work order which I just created for testing purpose. So let's refresh this page, and then I would also show you what has been configured in this particular work order. So if we go to this work order, we could see that the service territory is Delhi, and this particular service territory is mapped to the operating hour IST, which you could see on the screen. So now once we go to the territory, we can also go to the territory members, that who are the members who are linked to this particular territory. So first example, so as an example, this is the field service resource. This is again a dummy data which is a sample record to define a service resource. In the related list, we can see what are the service appointments assigned to this particular resource and the territory membership. So we could see that this particular service resource has been tagged to this service territory, and now if you go to the territory member, we could see that there is also a field called operating hours here also. But since we have not defined the operating hours here, that's why the time slots which will be available for this particular resource will be based on the time slots which is present on the territory, and on territory the operating hour is IST. So even if we keep this blank, this field empty, but still Salesforce field service will be able to get the slots because on the territory we have defined the operating hours. So now let's try to do a demo example, and I would like to show you how it works. So this is the work order, and you could see that the territory is Delhi. So let's try to book an appointment. So let me go to more, and then I'll click on book appointment. So once we click this button, system tries to get the slots. So I would select a new work order, and then I'll click on get appointments. So at backend, Salesforce field service will try to get the slots so that service resources could work on this particular work order by booking a service appointment. Now these are the slots. You could easily see that the slots are only coming for Monday and Tuesday. Even if I extend the dates, the slots would still be coming for Monday and Tuesday only, and not for any other day. So you could see that Monday and Tuesday are appearing. So why is this happening that we are just getting Monday and Tuesday? So in order to trace this, let's go to the service territory and then the operating hours. So here is the operating hour, and then in the related list you could see the time slots. I have only selected Monday and Tuesday. Let us suppose we want the service resource to work also on Wednesday. So in order to do that, let's create another time slot which is for Wednesday, and the start time will again suppose be 9 a.m. So I'll be selecting 9 a.m. here, and the end time again similarly I would select it here as 5 p.m. So this is done. We can also define the maximum number of appointments. So as of now, let's keep it as 1, which is the default value, and let's save it. So now this operating hours has team 3 time slots for 3 days, for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, starting at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday and Tuesday, and on Wednesday you could see 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So these are the slots currently available. Now let's try to book an appointment from here. So if I book an appointment, I'll again go to this. I would refresh this page, and there is one more aspect which I want to show you all. So let's click on book appointment. Yeah, and now I'll select create a new service appointment, and then I will try to get the appointments here. So let's see what the Salesforce fetches us. So you could see that now Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday are coming. So you could see earlier only Monday and Tuesday were coming. Now we are also getting the slots for Wednesday. So this is how the operating hours control the time slot in which the service resources would be available to work. Now if I select this time, that is 1 to 3 p.m. So now system is trying to book an appointment, and we got this message that an appointment is scheduled on Wednesday at 24th April 2024 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now there is also a link to go to the service appointment, and then we could see that the service appointment has been booked, and the scheduled start has been 24th April at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So this is the service appointment data. Now you could also see arrival window start and arrival window. This is the time slot which we had selected during the time of booking. So we had selected 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This was the arrival window. So now once we selected the arrival window start and end, that is the point when we had booked, when we were getting the slots and we had booked the date. So this is the time which we had selected, and since the service appointment has a duration of 1 hour, that's why Salesforce scheduled that at 1 p.m. and the end date is defined at 2 p.m. We will discuss about arrival window start and end date in detail in future videos, but as of now this is how it works. Now, so you could understand that this has been booked on 24th of April, and if you go to 24th of April, you could see that the date is on Wednesday. Now, how do we visualize this on the Salesforce field service dispatch console? In order to visualize the same thing, we can go to field service, and then we could visualize all these things on the dispatch console. So let's wait so that the dispatch console loads. We'll go to the field service. This is the point where the dispatch console will be visible. Yeah, And for dispatch console, just do remember this, that you should have dispatcher license and permissions assigned to your user. Then only the dispatch console will be visible to you. So while opening up, sometime it gives error message, so do ensure to check that you have the dispatch console dispatch licenses and permissions assigned with your user. So here we have the option to select the territory. So we'll first of all ensure that our territory has been selected. We'll save it, and then it will try to load up all the service resources and territory information here. So you can see that there is no service appointment visible right now. So on 20th of April, you can see that one territory is visible. So let's also try to go to 24th of April when the appointment has been booked. Yeah, so you could see that this is the field service resource which is available on the dispatch console, and you could also see that this service appointment has been booked, and the service appointment has been booked on 24th of April. So this is how you can dispatch all these aspects on the dispatch console. You could see that this is time slot which is in white color, and this is somehow in gray color. So this white color basically defines what is the time at which this particular service resource will be available for work. So you could see the differentiation between the colors. This one is in gray color and this one is in white color. If we just move it back to Wednesday, you would find that the resource is available to work between 9 to 6 p.m. whereas on Wednesday the person is available to work at 9 to 5 p.m. And how has this information come? The same from the operating hours. So I had shown you for in the operating hours tab itself. Let's try to go to the operating hours once again so that I could show you. Yeah, so you could see that the time slots which I have selected for Monday and Tuesday is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. whereas on Wednesday 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's why you could see now that the white color area in this particular dispatch console is between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Wednesday, whereas on Tuesday it is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. I hope this video was informative and it helped you to understand about the importance of operating hours in Salesforce field service. If you liked the video, please do like this video on YouTube and do share to your friends as well as subscribe to our channel. Thank you.